What's the most embarrassing thing you've done that still haunts you randomly at night? Waved at someone who wasn't actually waving at me. That we locked eyes, I just kept waving. Not the most embarrassing thing, but literally yesterday a strange number called me, and I accepted. They kept saying hi, and the way they said it sounded like Siri or something, so I assumed it was one of those spam AI calls. I said very exaggeratedly back, well, hello, in a very loud, butchered Scottish accent. Because there's been rumors going around these spam calls are recording your voice to mimic you. Anyway, so there was a moment of silence, and then the lady on the other end. Everything I've ever done while blackout drunk. Thought a coworker was opening her arms for a hug, so I hugged her. I still, to this day, feel awkward about it. Raised hand in school, when I didn't know the answer at all. I still don't know why did I do that. When I was 16, I went to a concert of my favorite band and I got a VIP with meet and greet, and when it was my turn to talk to them, I laid on the floor and started crying next to them. Then I stood up and I said, I can't believe you're real. I had a field trip to the San Francisco Exploratorium. There's a bubble table. Somebody spilled a lot of that solution on the floor. I was passing by and slipped really hard, like out of a cartoon. I fell back onto my bag and my yogurt exploded everywhere. This was about 12 years ago. I still think about this, LOL. I've done some silly things, but it's usually a good story. The thing that keeps me up at night is my capacity to remember names. Like faces, convos, all good. Names? I suck so bad. Like multiple times I'll meet people and the name flies away and I get anxious because it is so far past the point that I should know it. I have some friendly pet names, so I'm not just like, hey you, and with newer people I pull a, so what's your full name? But, man, ugh, it's bad. Trusted the wrong person and gave them loyalty they definitely didn't deserve. Seeing my friend on the train and coming up behind her to give her a kiss hello. It was not my friend. Been caught masturbating before grinning face with sweat. I got invited out by my coworkers at a new job, and I ended up puking on myself trying to keep up with them, because I rarely drank. Not me, but one time my friend and I boarded a very crowded bus. His backpack got stuck in the door, and it lifted him off the ground, and he hung there paralyzed, like one of Vecna's victims, until the next stop. Curse at someone I don't know, because I thought it was my friend. A colleague of mine asked me to retrieve her backpack, but I picked up a random girl's backpack. We shared a look. I gave a smile. She looked me in confusion. Then I finally give it back to her when I understood what I had done. It causes me physical pain to remember it. Second thing, when I was a child, maybe like 8th year school, we had religion class, and I wasn't paying attention at all, so my teacher asked me, what did I say that Messiah did? And a friend next to me whispered to me, he fell into a hole, so I said with my whole chest, Messiah fell into a hole, beaming face with smiling eyes. Peed while singing karaoke. Singing I got big balls, no less. I am up all night, all the time, groaning inwardly. I know I've done some stupid, shameful, embarrassing things, but nothing comes to mind. I guess that's one good thing about losing one's memory with age. Oh, there is so much. But one winter I was taking the bus to work. A man exited the bus before me and slipped and fell like a starfish right outside the doors. I lay off to hard, got off the bus and slipped in the exact same black ice he did, and I went down hard. Totally karma, and so well-deserved, grinning face with sweat. I think I was 7 of 8 in primary school. I had these school shoes with a big wedge. Being Miss Popular, I was sat in the middle of everyone on the carpet for class. I'll never forget the teacher asking if someone had had an accident. On a further sniff assessment from her, she realized it was dog poo. I coincidentally looked at my shoe and saw the dog shit in my huge wedge shoes. The teacher started asking everyone to lift up their shoes one by one. I'll never forget the pure embarrassment watching him. Things I did in high school I thought were funny, but I was just being an asshole. Accidentally saw someone doing the thing. You poor people. I'm being genuine because I know how that can sound on Reddit. LOL. That's awful. I may be bothered by embarrassment for a little bit, but ultimately end up burying it so deep it just goes away. I once asked mid-sex what the 4 functions of behavior are and what she thought the function of the behavior we were engaging sex in was. Then I guided her through answering correctly. The sex was great. I do not know why I did that, and it still pops into my head randomly, and I want to turn inside out. She was cool though. Saw her a couple more times before we decided we didn't want to do the whole long-distance relationship thing. Called my teacher Mom in front of the whole class. Still hear the laughs sometimes.